You ready? Spooky. Just straight up, just text. Okay, ready? Yep. One. Which hand do I put it in usually? This one. So I don't go. Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Hey y'all, this is my husband Jared.
This is my wife Jennie.
It's CherryPieCottage.
Episode 84.
What?
84?
We're old, y'all. So it's October 3rd, 2021. Woohoo! October. I don't like September. I don't know why. I've never liked September.
What's wrong with September?
It's boring. Most
Is it
people,
because there's no holidays in it?
yeah. It's like you're just waiting for the holiday to come. Yeah, I don't know. September, I just get impatient. Maybe it's because it just signified, oh, we're starting school again. Mm-hmm. For as long as I can remember.
Y'all didn't start school till September?
No, we started like late August.
Yeah.
But like September was just, that's all it was just school. That's all we ever had for September. Mm-hmm. But we live in Lubbock, Texas. We absolutely 100% love living here. No, we really do.
Did y'all believe her that time?
We really do. Corn Maze is open. Mm-hmm. Don't think we're going to go this year. I think we're going to go to the apple orchard instead. We don't really have a pumpkin patch here. Down here, it's more like corn mazes than pumpkin patches.
Well, I mean, yeah, because even at the corn maze has pumpkins, but it's not like a pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
They just have pumpkins out there.
Yeah. So we're more about corn, but yet I still decorate in pumpkins.
Yeah.
But welcome to all of our new viewers. Hope you stick around and subscribe and be one of our friends. And welcome to all of our returning viewers. Also, you know what you got yourself into when you hit that subscribe button.
Yep.
So, what's been going on?
Work.
Yeah, that's why I wrote it down this time, because that's what you always say is work.
Work.
Busy at work.
Yeah.
So, some exciting new changes are coming up.
Oh, some changes.
They're exciting and you know it. Just can't talk about it yet.
Yeah, no, right.
So, he actually doesn't know when he'll be able to. So, but it is good. Just...
Yeah.
Michael is currently in Colorado with my parents this week. They usually take both kids in the fall every year because, homeschool, they can do that. Haley, however, is working and going to school full time, so she could not go this year. And Michael was like, yes. So, but because she was the oldest, she got a lot of trips by herself before Michael was born and when Michael was younger. So now, since he's the youngest, he just gets them later on in life by himself.
Right.
Anybody else have a semi-adult and a teenager together at the same time and they're both having attitudes all at once? If you do, can you tell us how you handle it?
That doesn't involve felonies.
No. We love our children, and usually we don't have the attitudes at the same time. And we know that it is completely normal. We know every teenager is going to have attitudes. But Michael was like extra teenager-y this last week. And then Haley, it's just still that adjustment of she wants to be an adult. She wants all the stuff that comes with an adult, but at the same time, she still doesn't.
Yeah.
She still wants us to treat her like she's our kid. I mean, she is our kid. That's not what I meant. She
still wants us to solve problems and do things for her.
Wait around for her until she gets home.
Wait around for her and whatnot that you don't get when you're an adult.
Yeah.
Perfect example. This morning, okay, she has to leave from church like as soon as it's over because she has to get home, get changed so she can be to work. And I told her this morning, I said, you're going to have to take your own car today because I wasn't working the sound system, so I wasn't going in early, so I wouldn't have my truck there for her to bring her car home,
Which
and
is
then
what we
her
had been
ride,
doing.
and then her ride back with me
Yeah.
in my truck. And she looks at me and she says, I can't. I don't have enough gas. I only have enough to get to the gas station. And I said, well, we're not taking all the cars to the church building today, so you should probably go ahead and take your car now and go get gas in it now. That way you have it.
She thought we were just going to rush out after church
Yeah.
with her, and we were like, no, we don't have to go to work. She gets Saturdays off, but she still has to go in and work Sunday afternoons.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a lot of adjustment with her, and she loves the freedom. She loves being able to go do what she wants to do, just as long as we know where she's at. I mean, she's an adult, so
Yeah.
but she still lives at home, so we still would like to know where she's going and when she's going to be home. Just a phone call to let us know that she's, alive.
She doesn't even have a curfew really. It's
No.
just we need to know
Yeah.
when she's coming home.
We tell her we prefer her to be home at least by 11 because there's really nothing to do after that she should be doing anyways.
Nothing good happens after 11.
No. But she's struggling to adjust from being a teenager to an adult. She likes all the perks of being the adult, but she still wants the perks of being a teenager along with being the adult. And we're like, no, the more freedom you get from, parental control, the less freedom you have with the real world, basically.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. And then Michael, he's 14. I mean, it's just, but we thought he wasn't going to be as bad because he was a boy. We were wrong. So,
I know I wouldn't like that.
oh, whatever.
And you know I wouldn't like that.
I didn't know you at 14.
I wasn't allowed to be like that. Okay.
We didn't have, okay,
And you did too know me when I was 14.
met you when you were 15. Officially met you. Not when you were, squash banana in the tree. Yeah. See, Haley went through her teenage attitude from 8 to 11. And then she turned 11 and turned into this angelic, wonderful child. And we were like, what?
Yes.
We're not going to get the teenager? And Michael has been great until 14. And now we've hit that teenager thing. So it's gotta be just because he's a boy.
The bad part is he hit his teenageritis at 14. Haley relapsed into
No, she hit the senioritis basically.
ugh,
So,
either way.
But yeah, it's just an adjustment all the way around. Love our children to death, but it's just
Might be theirs, but love them to death.
might be theirs. What? That doesn't make any sense.
Never mind.
Okay. So, but
Somebody out there got it.
okay. Me and Haley had a really, really good relationship. She would talk to me about anything. Now that she is an adult, I should just call her a semi-adult because she's not a full adult yet. But now she doesn't talk to me as much. And if I try to talk to her, she usually gets mad about what I'm saying because she doesn't like it. So I've gotten to where I'm just like, babe, you need to talk to her because she'll listen to him better. So, but you're struggling more with Michael than I am. So,
Yeah, well.
and I think that's because Haley's personality is more like mine, and Michael is just a carbon copy of his dad. So
You did it.
I didn't do it. Not by myself, at least.
So anyway.
Anyways,
What else has been going on, babe?
it's October, which means not too much longer. October 19th, that's when we can start opening up the 13 Nights of Halloween Advent for this year.
Spooky season.
And this year's theme was Hocus Pocus. So, October 19th, then you can start looking. And that's when I'll start posting on Instagram. So, Laura, if you're wanting to open them up all on the podcast and not see what it is beforehand, don't look at my Instagram starting October 19th. Then we also have our new cowl that started that will go through the end of this year. It is the mini happy cowl, and you can make the cowl, which...
So it's a cow?
No, because it's my new pattern. You can get it on Ravelry or Etsy. It's called Mini Happy. But you can make the cowl version, which this one's going to go to my daughter because this is more her colors. Or which that one uses 12 minis, 12 different colors. Or you could just use a full skein or whatever, but it's 12 minis. 3 different stitch patterns. Mix it up however you want, or you can follow it along to the pattern. What?
I didn't flip that inside out, did I?
No.
Okay.
So, or you can make the Gigantor wrap, which is 24. This one has the same 3, but it also has double seed stitch for the borders with fringe. But here, take that end.
Taking.
This one, okay, and there's the middle, right here. And then that end. So this one I used my first Advent I ever dyed, which was a White Christmas. But you have till the end of this year. Make the cowl, make the shawl, whichever. My Halloween Advent would be perfect to make the cowl with.
Shameless plug.
Hold on. So, and the pattern released September 1st. If you got my advent calendar, you got a coupon code to get the pattern for free. But that's all I have. Do you have anything else to add to what's been going on?
I do not.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Okay. So you're not going to interrupt later with, oh yeah, I do have this.
I don't think so.
Promise?
No.
Of course. You're like out of frame. Come this way. Act like you love me. Okay, you don't need to lean over. Just sit up straight there, dork. So then it's time to move on to whip it good.
Hey babe, what's the whip now?
Not much, actually.
Me neither.
Well, we'll start with the simplest things. So I showed this last time in my Ginger Snap Rudolph bag. These are my Cozy Knitter, and it is on her Bliss base, and the colorway is Joyful. The mini is, what did she say? Red? Yeah. So, there we go. And I've got the hill in now. So now it's just a matter of finishing them up before Christmas. Well, before December, because that's when actually probably should finish them before November, because that's when I start wearing my Christmas socks, is November.
Well, you've only got like 47 pairs of them, so...
No, I don't. I've got like 5 Christmas ones. So there's that one. Chunk. So for the new ones, our couch is directly behind the camera, so that's where I always throw it, because that's where all of my stuff goes. Since we are into a new month, that means my hiatus of knitting the Night Owl Fibers yarn is over. I took a break last month so I could finish up some sweaters and cast on a pair of Christmas socks for myself. Then October 1st, I cast on the next pair for Michael out of Night Owl Fibers. And this one See, there's your card. This one is the one where everyone knows. This was one of her Friends Club ones. Haven't got very far because it's, you know, the 3rd. I haven't even gotten all of my 8 rows done for the day.
Shame.
I haven't had much time. I was sitting there knitting after lunch, and then we had to record. So, but there we go. And then once I get these done, I will knit another pair. I will knit a pair for Haley out of a different colorway, but they're all going to be the Friends yarn. I have at least 2 more pairs per kid to get done before December because I'm planning to have 4 pairs for their Christmas completed. So we'll see. Then last week I showed you my new cast on, which is a sweater, and it's the So Faded by Drea Renee. I'm knitting the long sleeve version, and I'm also making the body longer. But there you go. That's the gist of it. I did change my colors because he made me second think it isn't right.
Second guess.
Second guess it. Thank you. I still kept the pink, but I did have to tink it back because I had already started doing the green and I didn't like it. I knew it was wrong. So, where did I put my tags? Ta-da! Okay, so the top color, which is this one, can you hold that? Is Peachy King by Happy Little Yarn. Sadly, she no longer dies. Then
very floofy.
Yes. The next one, which I have already faded in and faded back out, is Care Bears by a Crochet and Houvian.
Oh, bears.
No, it's Lollipop Girl Yarns, but she is a Crochet and Houvian. This was part of her summer advent that she did. Then the next color is one that I picked up at Knit City, and this one is attached. It is Spring Things, and it's Lily and Pine. She is based in Canada. Then the next one is Hedgehog.
Because of course.
Well, yeah, of course.
You've only got like 10,000 skeins of hedgehog yarn.
I actually don't have that many because I usually use them pretty quickly. This one is Hedgehog Fibers, and it is Beach Bunny. So I can't really see the tag that well because wherever I bought this from, they put the price tag over the tag. So that one's Hedgehog. And then the very last one is another Lollipop Girl Yarns, and this one was a ook when she first started dying. So I've had this one for a while. So that's the fade. This is the top, so it'll actually go like that. So yeah, like that. That's the plan. If I did, when I get down here and I decide that this doesn't fade in well enough, I have another one that's like a darker blue with rainbowy stuff in it that I can switch this one out for.
I have to get the camera plugged in.
Yes, you do. Where's my other tag go? There it is. Lara, who is a Crochet and Houvian, is a very dear friend of mine. And I don't always have all of her tags because I usually, when I get the full skeins, like immediately cake them up and have like big plans and then don't do it. So, because I tend to hoard her yarn. But let's actually show y'all. Oh, and this is in my Knit for Brains giant canvas bag. Drawstring canvas bag. So, Hold on. I need something out of this bag. Haha, there it is. Okay. So last time you saw this, I hadn't separated for sleeves or anything yet, but I have now. And I have faded in, well, faded in the next color, and I've already started faded in the third color. So there we go. Isn't that pretty, y'all? I'm really excited about this. I like it a lot. But yeah. So that is all of my current whips. Do you want me to go ahead and show them my future?
Well, I'd like to show my whips.
You can still show your whips, but you're doing something right now, so that's why I was asking, do you want me to show
go
this?
ahead.
Okay, so I have a sweater pattern in mind. I'm thinking I want to do a simple hug, but I'm not 100% sure yet. It'll be an extra long simple hug. But, so my main color for the ribbing and stuff will be this one. But not the bottom ribbon, because the bottom ribbon is going to be part of this other. So, we have this, and if I run out of this, I have this. And then if I don't have enough of this, then I'll use this too. But I'm thinking for the body, I want to do it all in the stripes, and then do the sleeves a solid color. So, Crochet and Vivian's few years, no, this was her very first advent. It wasn't Christmas and it wasn't her very first one. It was last year's summer one. So I took all of the minis, put them in the order that I thought that they would fade well, and made a giant cake. It didn't quite all fit. So start with this one, and then once all this is done, then I'll go straight into this one. But since that's fingering, I have a cone of undyed yarn that I'm going to hold double with this for my sweater or cardigan. I have a cardigan one that's a DK pattern that I want to get. So, or I'm going to do, no, not a DK cardigan. That would be the simple hug, but I have a sweater one too that I could use. So, I haven't decided yet, but that is my plan. But I do have these. This is DK, this is charcoal. On my base. This one, what was this one? Earl Yarn Circus.
Is that what that is?
I think so. I can't remember if it's Yarn Circus or...
But is this the Earl?
Yeah.
Then yeah, it's Yarn Circus.
Okay. Yeah. I had this is a recovered from a project that I frogged. So that's why that looks weird. But I'm thinking I might take and dye some more DK and in charcoal and do the sleeves and the rib and all of this. I don't know yet. We will see. But I also have this, which is Teal-tastic on my DK tweed. We'll see. And I cannot get a hold of any DK 100 or undyed DK tweed. So I don't know when that will be back in stock. I dyed up the last bit of my DK 100 for this next shop update. So I don't know if I'll be able to get a hold of it for the Christmas yarn, but there will be some fingering weight Christmas yarn. So, hey babe.
Yeah, babe.
What are you whipping up?
I am whipping up something not on yarn.
Well, like I said, let's just assume yours is never going to be yarn unless you specifically say it
Right.
is.
So, Was the last episode I showed the template, or is it one before that?
I think it was even before that even.
An episode
It's
or
been
two
a
ago.
while.
An episode or two ago. I showed a template for a project that I'm working on for oven squirrels. This is not the template. This is a partially completed oven squirrel.
I wonder
So,
what you're gonna do with the knots that are in it though. Like that.
well, that's not a knot,
Oh.
but on the back side here, it's got kind of some damage to it. So that's going to be there and then there as well. Those are going to be filled with resin, just to kind of give it a little accent.
It looks like that's where there was a knot that just came out.
No, I think the wood was damaged because it had a few of those all the way down the board. But this is made of cedar. It's not laminated. It is just cedar.
Is this the one you bought recently?
Yeah. And here's one that is a little more finished. I still need to put a coating on it to really finish it out, and maybe sand it a little more to try to smooth up the edges.
That looks good.
But this is an oven squirrel. Not meant to be left in the oven, but it's for
In place of oven mitts.
in place of oven mitts just to help you pull the rack in and out, or to pull it out and push it back in. So you hook right here to pull the rack out, and then you push with right here, and obviously hold by the tail. So oven squirrel.
I need you to finish one this month because Jennifer's birthday's coming up. And she
Okay.
loves squirrels.
Okay, she might get this one.
Okay. You have a very red eyebrow hair. Like right there.
Oh well.
Like ruby slipper red.
So these are gonna go in her shop. Yes?
No.
No.
You're gonna open your own shop back up and do it.
Okay.
I'm not doing that again. I don't like it going through my stuff.
Okay. These, I am going to be reopening my shop. Once I get a few more of these put together or finished up, I'm going to reopen my shop. And something I did, I noticed that it didn't want to really stand up too well, so I kind of flattened the feet out. So, if you notice, it stands up. So, and see, it's functional, but it's also art. So you could just set this on your counter and have a squirrel sitting on your counter, and people will be like, oh my goodness, you have a squirrel. Why do you have a squirrel? And you can explain to them, it's an oven squirrel. And then you can tell them where to get their own oven squirrel. Mm-hmm. So.
You need to get some labels to put on it too.
Yeah, what I was thinking about is printing a label or just like something, putting it there, and then burning my logo into it.
You have that stencil material. You could cut out a stencil on the Cricut and use that to burn it in.
Yeah. Well, that stencil is plastic.
What I'm saying is you use the stencil, put it over there, and use a pen,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then go back and burn it.
Yeah. So
what you're saying is you want a wood burning kit.
I think I have one actually. So
Okay.
squirrel. So now when your overly spoiled daughter says, I want a squirrel, you know where to go. Squirrel.
10 points to anybody who knows where that movie quote came from.
So they're about what, maybe about 3/4 of an inch thick, half inch thick, something like that.
Sure.
And about 8 inches long, 9 inches long, something like that. Bear with. That's centimeters. Oh, 11.
They're 11 inches long.
11 inches long and a little less than 3/4 of an inch. So 5/8.
Okay.
So, squirrel.
So to put it in yarn terms, they're about as long as a skein of yarn. No, what?
Thinking of something, but wouldn't work. Okay, so those are my whips. I have these two, and then I have
Some more that you gotta cut out still.
3 more. One of them is hers. So you
Paint it pink.
you get the one with the big hole in the tail.
Ooh.
It's got a big old knot like right there that is gonna get filled with resin. So
Do a bright aqua blue.
okay.
So it'll match the kitchen. I would say pink, but there's not a lot of pink in there. It's mostly.
There's no aqua blue in there either.
The blue would match better than the
Really?
pink. Yes, really. Pointing at our Okinawa glass plates.
There's 2 plates up on top of the cabinets, and that's what she wants to match it off of.
Why not? Is that all you have for whips?
That is all I have for whips.
Then it's time to move on to.
Castonitis.
No.
That's what it says.
I already did it.
Actually, that's castonistis. But
Are you done being a jerk face?
never. Okay, yes, I'm done.
You sure?
Yes. Do I have a mark on my nose now?
Unfortunately, no.
Good. Okay.
Then it's time to move on to.
My precious! Do you have any My Precious, babe?
Nope.
I do.
Yeah.
Now, okay.
This is not going to be for everybody.
This is not for everybody. And
We are gun rights.
fair warning. Fair warning. Okay, this is safe. There is no hazard here. There's no danger.
It's not loaded.
Okay.
And we live in Texas.
But okay, so something that has happened lately. I got to sit on a mock trial jury yesterday. And it was actually really fun. I can't tell the specifics of it because
You shouldn't say anything about it. You just were in a mock trial.
well, no, and I'm not going to. I can't tell the specifics, but it was really fun. And if you ever get the opportunity to do one of these things, definitely do it. I did it because of what they offered to pay me to do it. So
He got a new
I got a new
boom
toy.
stick.
I got a new toy. I'm going to cover that part up though.
Yeah.
But I got Heritage Manufacturing Inc. Not a sponsor yet.
Probably never will be because it's a knitting.
Probably not. But it'd be awesome if they did. Okay. So this is a Heritage, it's called a Heritage Rough Rider. Okay, again,
When you see this, you're going to go,
totally safe.
it's not
Okay.
loaded at all.
Not loaded. And if you don't want to see, if you don't care about this, go to, can you do a timestamp?
No, I'm not going to
never
do a
mind. Never
timestamp.
mind. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time on
You can
this.
fast forward.
Fast forward, whatever. Okay, but bam. Okay. So it's just a 22 revolver, 6-shot. Okay, totally safe. It even has a safety on it right there. So
You
see,
got it because it looks like the Wild West type gun.
it does, and it goes with my rifle. It matches my rifle because I have a lever action rifle. So I'm really excited about this. Michael's really excited about it. But
We are very big,
very gun friendly
yes.
in this house.
We are both gun owners, but our kids have been taught all of the safety measures. They know not to mess with them. They
Right.
don't. Michael goes hunting with his dad. That is the only time that he is, shooting a gun is when he's under supervision.
Right.
So,
And
and our daughter, when she turns 21, her 21st birthday is going to be a 9mm and classes
yes.
because she's a girl and I want her to be able to protect herself.
Here in Texas, at the beginning of September, they passed constitutional carry, which means you don't have to have a license in order to open carry. If you conceal it, you have to have a license. But to open carry, you don't have to have a license.
We still recommend you take the class,
But
though.
yes, if anybody is thinking about it, or if you live somewhere where you're allowed to, definitely 100% take the classes, become familiar with the weapon before carrying it.
And all the laws that go
And
along
all
with
the
it.
laws that go along with it, because there is so many ways that you can use a weapon to defend yourself, and you're like, well, I was using it to defend myself, this and that and this, and you did one thing wrong, and boom, you're the one in trouble now.
Yeah.
So you should always make sure that you know the laws, know how to use it safely, know when to use it, know when not to use it.
Right.
but
Highly recommend taking the class. Whether you have to have a license or not, take the class.
This is not going to be something I walk around with. This is not going to be my carry weapon.
This is a cool gun range.
This is go to the gun range, go out to an open field, go have some fun, just plinking. So.
What is plinking?
Just plink, 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 plink.
So shooting at targets.
Yeah, target shooting.
Okay.
Beer cans, pumpkins,
Yeah.
small rodents. What?
Why?
Rabbits. This would work for rabbits.
They eat rabbits.
We
Me
eat
and Halo
rabbits.
do not eat rabbits.
Yes.
I can't. I cannot bring myself to eat a rabbit.
I will not shoot something that I do not intend to eat. Okay, even if it's a prairie dog, I will at least try it once.
Ew.
I will try it
don't
one
eat
time.
No, don't.
One time.
Don't be your aunt.
She watches those.
I know. You won't be bringing it into our house. You can go visit her and make it down there, and she'd be like, "Hey, I'll look up a recipe for you." Love you, Auntie Aunt.
But this is just to have some fun.
Yeah.
And like I said, I did that trial. They paid me cash. I went and spent cash.
I'm assuming next time we go see your Auntie Aunt that you're going to take that and show it to her
Oh.
and have some fun.
Oh, absolutely.
You're going to want to go squirrel hunting with it, aren't you?
Yeah, why not? It's a 22. And what's really cool about this one is it's got the 22 long rifle cylinder in the gun, but it also came with the 22 Magnum cylinder for the larger 22 rounds. So
He got a new boy toy.
And
Not boy toy.
yeah, that sounds weird.
Man,
It's a toy.
I don't know. It's a toy.
It's anyway.
The toy that he's very, 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 very safe with.
Yes, very safe with. And I went to a local gun store here in town. Like, so local, it's the only one. Here in Lubbock.
Yeah. It's the only one, period.
Yeah. Like, I've met the owner. He built that gun shop with his own money. So, support local businesses, by the way.
Yes. Is that all you have?
I think that's all I have for my precious.
Okay. Then it's time to move on to
Shop news.
You already did yours because it was whips.
Yeah, this was my clue.
Okay. So today is the 3rd. The next update is October 4th, which is tomorrow at 4. But by the time this goes up, the update should have already been. So I have a few things. For one, I have a couple of. They're big, but they're more for like marking where you're at. Progress keepers, basically. We have unicorn donuts.
Oh, I thought you made more earrings.
I did, right there. These can be used for earrings because of the type of clasp I use is an earring clasp, but it can also be used as a progress. I use them, I market them as progress keepers. But there is an earring back. And it can also be used as a stitch marker. So I have 2 of these sets. And then I have just some Plano donuts and sprinkles, 2 of these sets. Then, continuing with the donuts, we've got some new earrings. So we have some diamond
Donuts.
Now these are faux leather, so super lightweight. Yeah.
I can't even feel it when I wear them.
You don't wear them. Then we have teardrop donuts. Then we have a layered circle donut. So you have the donut with the sprinkles, and then behind it is the unicorn. Well, help. Unicorn donut one. So there is 2 sets of these of all of the earrings. Then for the plant lovers, we've got palm leaves layered. So that one okay. So layered. Then we have circle palm leaves. Super, super lightweight, y'all. These are all like earring hook backs. What would you say that, like triangle? Or reverse teardrop?
Plumb bob.
Plum bob is like a diamond. This is more plum bob than
I don't know. What'd you call this shape?
layered.
Just layered?
Yeah.
I don't know what shape that would be. A squirangles?
Squirangles.
Well, if squircle's a thing, then Squirangles.
There we go. That's what this shape is, and that's how I'm going to list it. You're going to have to write down how you spell it. Palm. Then we have the green palm and blue palm layered teardrops.
There.
Then we have just circle blue palm leaves. Blue and gold. Then we have holy teardrop. Oh.
Hollow teardrops.
Hollow teardrops there. I like that better. So there's all the earrings and stitch markers. Then we have yarn. Yarn. Your favorite colorway.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Jack and Sally. I have it on worsted 100. I have it on Aran tweed. See the tweedy bits? And I have it on DK 100. So 3 weight options, and there is 1 skein of Jack and Sally left on fingering sock. There will not be a restock. This is the last of the fall yarn. Then we have Candy Apple on worsted 100, Aran tweed, and DK 100. So I love this colorway, y'all. I need a sweater out of this one. Then last but not least, we have Autumn Vibes on worsted 100 and on DK 100. So I did not dye this one on Aran tweed because it was speckled, and speckles don't look as good on the Aran tweed. So, but there you go. There's all your options. Then Speaking of Aran Tweed, I have several other colorways too. We have Teal-tastic. We have Thunderstorm. We have Burple. And we have just a bunch of pansies. Ooh, that one is blowing out. Not as bad as it usually does. So there's all the bluey purpley ones. There's all the bluey purple ones. But that would go really well with all of those. You were holding it up, so.
Well,
I knit my weekender out of the space last year in hibiscus. So that would go really well with all of those. Like down here. Bloop. There is only one of these left. The Teal-tastic.
so act now while supplies last.
All the other ones have at least 2. Some of them have 3. So then the pinky colorways, we have hibiscus, which is what the colorway, ooh, that one's showing up really good. Which is what I knit my weekender out of last year, was this colorway on this base. And we have peony. So these would go really well with this. Just saying. Then, last but not least, is more of his colors. We have My Caramel Romance. We have Caramel Carrot. And we have Cinnamon Bark. So, that is everything I have in stock on Aran Tweed, all of the colorways. This base is fantastically soft and squishy. Squishy. It is 85% superwash merino, 15% neps. So, and for those that are worried about being allergic, the neps are polyamide. So basically it's nylon. But there we go, y'all. I just wanted to show you that. Then I have a ton of bags in the store. I need to make room for some new ones because I have some fun Christmas ones coming in. But starting with the fall ones, I have one more of the pumpkin truck ones left. These are small. They're zippered. They come with a, what you call that? Lobster claw. I knew that. Duh. So we have one of the pumpkin truck. We have 2 of the fall is in the air, and y'all, it's puppies playing and pumpkins and leaves. Look, it's so cute. So I have 2 of those. I have 4 succulent bags, and the inside is the same as the outside. I need y'all to buy these so I don't steal them and put them, because I don't need any more bags. But I would totally steal these and keep them. Then onto my small drawstring. So these are my extra small. I can't remember what I called these, but I have 2 of these left in the shop.
Coral flowers or flamingo.
No, I can't remember what it was called. I can't remember.
I don't either.
I have 1 small drawstring fire flag bag.
Fireflies.
Fireflies. I have 2 of these. Again, I can't remember what I called them, but they're drawstring. I have 1 in that same print, large drawstring. You can fold that one in half. I have 2 zippers in that print too. that are large. The
this
inside.
This is the inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 3 large cherry truck zipper bags, and the cherry, it's supposed to be on the side, by the way. I did that on purpose. So I have 3 of those, and the inside fabric is the cherry.
It's a sparkly truck.
Yes, it is. It's a very sparkly truck. And then I have donuts. Medium. Can't make everybody happy, you aren't donuts. And the inside fabric is sprinkles, y'all. So that is all of the bags that I have in stock. I know I have a lot in stock, and sometimes y'all aren't able to see everything if it's not like brand new. So I thought I would just show you what I've got going on. Aran Tweed is perfect to grab and start working on those Christmas knits. Every kid could always use a new hat or some mitts or a cowl. These are 183 yards per 100 grams. So, they're great. You don't have to do it just for kids, but I know a lot of moms knit for their kids. If you've got a nitty friend that would love this, you could buy them some. Christmas gift ideas, basically. So, sorry, I talk too much. If you would like more than what is listed, please message me and I can get, I can tell you what bases I can get a hold of, what I've got. I do custom orders, I just don't list them anymore. So if you want a custom order for like sweaters quantity, or you need like 3 of the same color on the same base, message me, y'all. I do that. I will let you know if I can get a hold of the base or not. Like I said, DK Tweed and DK 100 are 2 bases that are kind of hard to get a hold of. But I will get a hold of it if I can. So, but yeah, that's about it. The next update is going to be October 31st, and it's going to be the Christmas launch, the Christmas collection launch. And I have some very special plans for that one. So there'll be yarn and bags and some earrings. So, which I'm really excited about the earrings, y'all. But that's really all I have. So it's time to move on to the tail end.
Womp womp.
Still not about anybody's butt. Do you have anything to add? Or you want to talk about, or current event? Nothing?
No, not that I can think of.
We've been
not that I could say that wouldn't get me in trouble.
Oh, okay.
Either from them out there or from you.
No, I could just edit it out if I really don't like it. Which I don't edit out much of what he says, y'all. I really don't, because even some of the dumbest things he said, like single white male.
Hey, people laughed at that. Okay, it was funny.
It was dumb.
It was funny.
You knew that was not the right answer. We have been obsessively watching Alone. You want to explain what it is?
Okay, so Alone, if you haven't seen it, is one of these survival shows, but instead of like Survivor or Big Brother or anything like that, like they put these people out in the wilderness all on their own. So they have to film themselves, they have to make their own shelter, they have to acquire their own food, everything.
They're only allowed 10 items.
Yeah. So they get a clothing bag that has like their sweater and their socks and their underwear and stuff like that.
And everybody gets at least 2 tarps.
Yes. But then they have a list of other items, and they can only pick 10 things from this list. Like an axe, like
a gill net,
like another tarp, fishing hooks, something like that.
Something to help them survive.
And
even like food rations.
We're on what, season 4?
Yeah, almost at the end.
We're on season 4. 3 of the seasons have been on Vancouver Island, the other season was down in Patagonia in South America. And they always seem to put them out there in like the fall going into the winter. Or, I mean, it is northern Canada, so it might be the middle of the summer. Who knows? But it's pretty interesting because you get to see them before they get out there, and then you get to see them all the way through. And it's funny because a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm trained in this and that and that and this, and I'm not scared of anything." And they get out there, and within 12 hours, they're hitting the button for them to come and pick them up.
One guy was literally there for only 3 hours, and he saw a bear scat and was like, "Okay, I'm done."
Yeah, some of the people are like they give up way too easily.
Yeah.
Now the people who go the distance and they're there, I mean, you see a drastic physical change in them.
2 of them in the last season had to go home because they lost too much weight and were like their bodies were fixing to shut down.
Yeah, that was the Patagonia season.
Yeah.
So this season that we're on now is the first one where they've been in pairs. So they put one person from the team at the campsite, and then the other person they dropped off like 10 miles away, and they had to hike.
Like they just told him a direction.
Yeah, they gave him a compass heading and said, "Your partner's in that direction. Go find them." And so they had to hike 10 miles across Vancouver Island through, thick undergrowth and over mountains and all sorts of nonsense.
And out of the 7 pairs, only 4 of them made it.
Right. And I'm going to be on the next season.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Usually they have them just by themselves.
Right.
Like they literally are bringing them in on a helicopter or a boat, and they drop them, and that's it.
Right.
They come back and check every once in a while to make sure that they're healthy.
Right. To make sure they're not dead, make sure they've not lost too much weight.
They also all have a satellite phone in case, so they can tap out, or if they have an emergency, there's a button they push.
Right. So that's the show. Why did I just explain it all to them?
Because we are obsessed with watching that show.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what we've been watching, basically. And we finished up 9-9.
Yep. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is done with. The series is over.
Yep. What's the other show we were watching? What If? Marvel's What If.
That's kind of interesting.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Was that the season finale, the last one we saw?
No, I don't think so.
One more?
I think so. The way they left it with the Watcher.
Yeah.
They can't end the series like that. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We're kind of giant Marvel fans, just FYI. So we have 2 groups. One is on Facebook, one is on Ravelry. We are on Facebook way more than we are on Ravelry. Matter of fact, most of the time I check the Ravelry is maybe once a week. Our Cal is being run on Facebook and Instagram. The hashtag for Instagram is MiniHappyCal. Facebook, there is a post at the top that you just go in the comments, you post your picture of your foe. That's really about it. Ravelry, we're transitioning away from the social side of Ravelry. Just FYI, so y'all know that. So if you message us on there and we don't respond, that's why. I still go on there for patterns, but that's really about it. And I don't really do that often. Because right now I'm in a finishing mood, not a cast on all the things mood. But yeah.
Here on YouTube, make sure to do the YouTube thing. Like and share, like and subscribe. Once we get to 1,000 friends, as we like to call y'all, we can start doing YouTube lives from our phone. We can do another giveaway.
We can do,
gotta
love when the camera cuts out.
But just help us out with that. We definitely want to do another giveaway. We haven't done one since our 500 friend giveaway.
We want to get to 1,000 because there's lots of fun things that we'll be able to add on to this.
Right.
We are working on trying to get more stuff out on YouTube. So we'll still have our regular our regular podcast every other week. Mm-hmm. But we would like to start doing some smaller little snippet videos here and there in between.
Right.
So, and with the holidays coming up, probably a lot of it's going to be snack attack videos. Mm-hmm. I think that we're going to start doing like some of our smaller segments that aren't really what we're working on, do those more as smaller videos more often.
Right.
So
that's it.
Yep. God is good.
Read your Bible.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.